Hi guys, I'm just gonna be talking about my update really for about tomorrow and this week. I'll be going to doctors tomorrow to pick up my sick note so I can take it to the job centre. I'm going to also take that letter from the employment, from the tribunal. I will, wait guys, I will actually read it out. I'll get a pillow. Oh, it went up the ceiling there. Wait on. I got a message on Facebook. Right. Just put it on silent for a minute. I'm going to sort my letter out. This is the actual letter from court, as you can tell there. Court Tribunal Service. If no one doesn't believe me. Right. I will read you this bit. The first tier tribunal social entitlement chamber held at Darlington, blah blah blah, before the judge C.W.M. Donnelly and Dr. T.W.E. Trunton. God, what name, eh? I think it's Trunton. T-R-O-U-G-H-T-O-N. Right, basically, they put my details in, Mrs. Adams, and my national insurance number. And respondent Secretary of State for Work Pensions. Decision notice, the appeal is allowed. The decision was made on the 29th of the 10th, 2013, is set aside. So, meaning probably the medical was set aside because I was appealing for it. So, that's probably basically what it means, I think. I'm not quite sure into stuff like that. It says Mrs. Adams is entitled to Employment Support Allowance, ESA, with the work-related activity, I think, component. Can't pronounce that word. I'll spell it out again to you. C-O-M-P-O-N-E-N-T. I can't read difficult words. This is because in applying the work compatible assessment, the 15 points were scored from the activities and descriptions in Schedule 2 of the ESA regulations made in 2008 up as followed. So I got my points. In other words, I got 6 on one and 9 on the other. So they've scored me more points than they did through my first medical, which was done at Thornaby from Atos. Not many people like that company at all. And then it says no Schedule 3 description applied. Regulation 35 of the ESA Regulation 2008 did not apply. Whatever, I don't even know what that means. Information for the decision maker. This information does not form part of tribunal decision. Any recommendation give is not binding on the Secretary of the State. Tribunal receive consent oral evidence. The tribunal recommends that the department does not R-E-A-S-S-E-S-S. I don't even know that word. Recesses, that's it. Mrs. Adams within 2 years from today's date. 2 years, guys. And basically, I think that information is basically how giving me advice what to do and stuff. So after the appeal. So So really, guys, it's just to explain to you what my court thing was, and explaining to you my update, which I have not got my backdate money yet, but people have told me that with that letter, it can go up to, your money might go in the bank until about 10 days, but also I've been told it can take up to 2 weeks to 8 weeks. Now, the reason why, I don't know the reason why they do this, but I had that medical, hang on a minute, I have to get that letter again. Sorry guys, keep going backwards and forwards. And there's the signature of the judge on the back. I had that medical on the 29th of October last year, and now I've won it, and I should be backdated from November, because my money stopped, I think, well, according to that, it probably stopped the 29th, but my money did stop on the 22nd of November, and that's when I first started, yeah, that'd be right, that's when I first started going onto the job seekers, was in December, round about December time, before Christmas, and I have to go to the doctor's tomorrow, pick my sick note, keeping it all above board, take this letter to the job centre so they can have a copy, and they probably will get a copy from the court. I don't know how the system works, and then I'll find out if I've got to sign on or not, so I can still get some job seekers allowance till my money comes into the bank. Basically, I think that's how it works. Because everything has changed, guys. I've been watching some videos on YouTube, been researching about the ESA and the job seekers, and everything has changed. I mean, they've really got some job people and the job seekers in the job centre. They were your advisor. They should help you. They should not put you down. And the advisor who I had before Christmas, she put me down, and she made me cry. And I am not going to go through that again. I mean, I am on depression tablets after what's happened with Dougie, and after what's happened with my court thing. Well, not my court thing, me money, ESA. And stress is on top of you all the time through it all. And when you're on your own, when you're living on your own at home, you have nobody to talk to. So I do my videos to talk to you guys, or I talk on Facebook, and sometimes it hurts because you need to talk to somebody to talk about your problems, and it's very hard for me to trust. But at least I can trust on a camera video, and I can be myself. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as I get this money sorted, I can get back on my own 2 feet again. I can get back on track. This is... One of my friends said to me yesterday and said, at least I'll be able to settle down. And she's right. Because once I get my money sorted, once I get the ESA sorted, Employment Support Allowance, and I'll be able to settle down, start eating properly. Well, I am eating properly now, but, you know, start eating better for my meals, what I used to do. But sometimes I don't like cooking for a big meal for one. But I might, what I might do on Thursday or Wednesday when I have a free day, I might cook a pork chop dinner. So it's just something quick, or I might do it on Saturday, depending, because I don't really like doing two meals at the end of the week, if you know what I mean. 2 big meals, because you're having a big meal on a Sunday. And you know what I'm saying, guys. I didn't eat much yesterday. I ate my Yorkshire puddings and other stuff, my mince. But I've still got this called froggy in the throat. But yeah. But basically, guys, I just wanted to share you that information on my update, and I will let you know tomorrow. This will be part 1 on my update on my ESA, and I'll let you know tomorrow on part 2, because I'm not quite sure what to do now. Now I've won. I did ring them up last week, and they said, basically, they said, just go to the job centre, still sign on. If you don't hear from them, you will still get your JSA money. I just don't want the job centre to hassle me for work while I'm on the sick. Do you know what I mean, guys? And that is the confusing part bit, where I'm confused, because people have said to me on Facebook, and they said to me, oh, I don't understand why you were appealing and still went for job seekers. Well, hang on a minute. You're going to need some money to support you. There was one time, like I told you in the last video on my ESA, I had no money for 3 weeks. That was hard enough for me. Never mind when you get paid for 2 weeks. I mean, in the olden days, guys, you used to get paid every weekly. And it was like, there was a thing up on Facebook about, I think it was last year, when the MPs were talking about something, and I watched it on television with Doug, and I can't remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, about the employment, and they were saying about the ESA quite a lot. The olden days, that was it, about the olden days. Me and Dougie were on about the olden days. I said to him, job centre has changed so much, because me and Dougie had to go into a job centre to get something started. I can't remember what it was about. That was it. It was when we got married and we claimed together, and we wanted to do everything by the books, Because I know some people, when they get married, some people do the claim separate, and to me, that's not good at all. I like to do everything by its books, as I say. And cut a long story short, guys, I said to Dougie, it's totally changed now, the job said. It means they've got security guards now. I mean, what they expecting people to do. And you used to have, like this guy said on the video, what I was watching, you used to have cards up on the wall. And then you used to go in and look for your job on the wall. And you don't do that now, everything's online. But what happens if that person's not online and they can't claim for their job seekers? It's a good point, though, guys. It's a good point. I mean, I said to the woman, I said, I'm not being funny. I've got learning disabilities. I said, I'm not very good online, which I am not when I start looking for stuff. And to fill out forms, I can't fill out forms without person's help. And lucky I was still friends with, well, lucky Sarah was with me to do it. And if it wasn't, well, the other form I had to get from my second claim for job JSA, when they did a cock up with my first one and my second one, and I had to get First Stop to help me to fill this big form, I think about that big. The questions they ask, honestly, it's like the ins and outs of everything. I mean, it's the same with your DLA forms. They don't make life easier. They just want to know everything, little piece of information, what you can do and what you can't do, and how many people you've got in your house. I mean, hang on a minute. It's supposed to be a JSA form. Why do they want to know how many people you've got in your house? Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, I'm supposed, I think it means you're supposed to, if you're claiming for anybody else. I think that's what it means, probably. But they shouldn't ask you questions like that for when it's just for you. And now, I used to get a social fund loan in February. I normally used to get one after Christmas. And now I don't know if I can still get a social fund loan. Because I used to get a social fund to get stuff for my house. Because the last one I got was last year when Doug was alive, obviously. And I got the sideboard, I got my couch, and I got the bed. And I got the little wardrobe in the spare bedroom. The little wardrobe cupboard thing where my towels are. And now, when you're on JSA, I wasn't sure whether you could still get a social fund or not. But, because you don't get much money from the JSA to live on. And, I mean, you get about £71. So, like, say if you've got a social fund loan, and they take probably about 20 quid, you can only end up probably about 50 odd quid to live on. And there was a thing on Facebook last year. This is what I was trying to get into because I remembered it now. And it said about an MP saying, can he live on 53 quid a week? And he obviously said, yes, he could. And I'm like, what? I mean, by the time you pay your gas, your electric, your TV licence, water rates if you're in a private house, but if you're in a council house and if you pay gas and electric and TV licence or whatever you pay on the bed set or something, you know what I mean? And you've got your food, and like if you go out on a night time, you've got money to spend. Or if you've got pets, you've got your pets to look after. And you are stuck, guys. You are stuck. I mean, no way you can live on 53 quid a week. I'm not complaining about the money, or I'm not complaining about for others who are living on that money. It's all I'm saying. It's hard. And it is hard. And you have got to see in other people's situations, not all in me, but other people around you, because me and you don't know their story. I mean, I was trying to find some information on Google about ESA and trying to find information on what you actually do after when you've won an appeal, and how much backdate money do you actually get. Do you actually get all of it, or do you just get the difference of it because you've been on job seekers? Now, this is the confusing part, because I really don't know. And that's why I need to go to the job centre and find out some questions, because when people talk to me on the phone, and sometimes I don't understand them, I like to talk to them face to face, because I'm quite nervous on the phone. And as I've told you in my videos many other times, but that's why another reason why I'm going to the job centre tomorrow, to find out, because I want to know from face to face what's going on. Then it'll ease my mind, because then I don't have to keep telling people on Facebook or when I'm a bit confused and stuff like that. Because, you know what I mean, guys? And that's basically it. Well, this is going to be a long video. This is the update on my JSA and ESA situation. Part 1. Part 2 will be on tomorrow, because I'll tell you more better once I come from the job centre. I might video through the park tomorrow, don't know yet, so it'd be quite nice to, if it's nice and sunny like this, a video through the park. Okay, speak to you guys later, love you loads, be cool, be happy, stay tuned, Health 402.